All right, now we're live. We
We're
had some
live.
technical difficulties there for a few minutes. It was weird. Everyone kept dropping out, and I couldn't get audio from Nick.
Yeah, I thought I saw Ralph earlier.
Ralph was here, and we were chatting, and then he said he had to duck out and take a call. A Skype call came in. I don't know if it was Nora, maybe. I don't know.
Oh.
But he dropped out, and he said he would be back. So just like last week, if you're tuning in to hear Ralph retort, you will get to hear him. He will be back in just a couple of minutes, I think.
Okay.
Hopefully.
All right.
Let's see, what do we got? We got two watching. See, that's what happens when Ralph drops out. See if I can get Ruckus in here. He's always the good one. You know what? It's funny because I don't even know where we should start this week. I usually jump into the SJW watch, and there was so many stupid freaking things this week. I think I'd like to hear Daddy Warpig. I think I'd like to hear him get riled up over that moron Melissa Harris Perry over on MSNBC, who I don't think, I used to think she was just insane, like when she wore the tampon earrings. Now I just think she's dumb as a bag of hammers. She went on a rant this week, apparently. I didn't get to see it. It's up on YouTube, but I'm not going to give it any views, and you can read the gist of it in a whole bunch of places. So she gave this rant that Star Wars was a racist movie. And the reason for that being Darth Vader is a black man who cuts off the hands of white people and refuses to care for his child. And that's how black people are depicted in Star Wars. I don't even know where to start with that one. It's one of those things where you get so it's just so crazy and stupid and angering all at once that you're at a loss for words. Daddy Warpig, what do you think?
Well, I mean, one of the defining characteristics of SJWs is they need to be offended by something. So they go looking for things to be offended by, and if they can't find anything to be offended by, they redefine morality until something becomes immediately offensive.
And wasn't Darth Vader white anyway?
The whitest.
I mean, he took the mask off at one point, and he was, mangled and gross looking, but he was definitely...
Yeah, he was Jonathan Winter, wasn't he?
He was the palest shade of white there ever was.
Man, I'm telling you, I don't know where to start with these people. They get crazier by the week. It's almost like they do it on purpose. Is there a way that she actually believes that? It seems almost impossible. Rachel Dolezal followed that up this week. She follows up the crazy train, speaking of nutbags, by saying race is not real, it's not in anyone's DNA, and it's not genetic. It's just something that people made up as a form of as a way to have a system of oppression, and that she identifies as black, and you just have to accept that. which I find is kind of startling for someone who spent their life as a race baiter at NAACP and then turned out to be white. She once said that she wouldn't go to a Tea Party rally because there was too many white folks. But race is made up and it's not real.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so we had that, and I'm going to get to one other thing because I just saw it and it pissed me off. But first, I'll give you my quick SJW training camp watch. As everyone knows, the professor works in an SJW training camp, so he usually tries to stay silent and not get fired during this particular segment.
Hey, look, I think Nora's on.
Nora is on. I see the bread and butter over there.
Yes.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Nora. If Nora's not on, we don't get any viewers.
I know. I should tweet that Nora's on.
Yeah, tweet that Nora's on.
There's a girl on BaconBits.
Our one girl, our token female.
She's young enough for a professor to be teaching.
Hey, wait a minute. How's it going, Nora?
It's going good. I think Ralph is getting on in a bit. I just spoke to him.
He was on, and then he jumped off, so I think he had to take another phone call.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, see, that's
I
what
know. Oh my God, I made that joke and it was you. I said I think Nora called him and he just dropped us and ran right off to take the call.
Did you
Yeah.
guys fight?
No, of course we didn't fight.
If you're gonna fight, could you do it on the air? That would be.
Yeah, that
Sure,
would be
when
awesome.
Ralph gets on, you can ask him to fight with me.
You
We'll
know
see.
what? I might do it because he's been awful surly this week.
Well, why wouldn't he be?
He's been cranky.
When all these assholes are listen, like I try to stay out of this because usually if I get involved, then some pretty nasty comments start being made, and I just rather not hear people be so crass and vulgar. So huh?
Yeah, no, what's going on? I don't even know. I just see like bits and pieces.
Yeah, I was gonna try and dig into this with Ralph a little bit because I saw a little bit of it myself. He was getting at both barrels from a bunch of people this week.
I mean, listen. So some of the people, it's just really funny when I get involved. Like, someone just tagged me in like Scrump Monkey saying shit, and they're like, "What do you mean, laugh reader?" And I was like, "I really don't want to be here. I just don't give a shit. Can you just tell me what your problem is with me?" And they go, "Pluck your eyebrows," and I go, "Okay, thanks." And honestly, I could have been more offended if they spelt the word eyebrows correctly. And then and then I was like, "Okay, thanks for the fashion tip," and they're like, "You're welcome." And I'm like, "Okay." And I was just like, and then someone else, Sessin, cosplaying person, was like, said something pretty vulgar about me, and I was just like, I have a lot of class, so I'm just not gonna say anything. And
On Twitter, that sounds unusual.
I know.
Look at nobody's in the chat. Everyone's always usually chatting, and I don't know what's happening here.
I think people have. I don't know. I don't know what people are doing.
What? What do they have? You were gonna say lives, weren't you?
No.
Yes, you were.
Oh,
Don't lie. You definitely were.
no.
So we got this. I mean, it's weird because if you look at the listeners on the show week to week, it's bizarre. The first week, obviously, it's always going to be a little underwhelming. So I think it was like 40 or 45 or something, and then in week 2 we jumped up to like 60. And I looked at the analytics on it, and I said something at the 12-minute mark, and I'm not sure what it was, but because I haven't gone back to listen to this crap, I don't. But somewhere around 12-minute mark, I said something, and like half the audience dropped out. When they were replaying it anyway. So and then we shot up over 100 for like the episode 3, and then last week like 70 or something like that, I think. So we're a little all over the place, but. I think we just keep doing it. We have about 25 subscribers now, so that's not too bad. For a show that's 5 weeks old. But you know what it is? They were all tuning in to hear Nora say daddy, and she did it last week.
Yeah,
so I don't know
daddy
how many times.
Dirty.
Right, dirty daddy, she said.
It will not be said together.
So I don't know how many times they're going to tune in to hear that. I guess we'll just have to see.
Yeah, so that it's just a bunch of bullshit with someone who I said was not a good person at the beginning to our dear Ralph. I was like, I do not like this person. I'm not doing a stream with them ever. If they ever get on a stream, I will just leave.
Was that
enough.
me?
Yeah, Nick, that's why I leave. Yes,
It was you, Professor.
Yeah, 'cause all of a sudden there's all this. I see it on my timeline. It's going back and forth, and I kind of like everyone, so I try to stay out of it. But yeah, it seems like it's kind of hard to stay out of it.
Twitter drama.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty. I mean, yeah, it's Twitter drama, but at the end of the day,
pointless. It's all pointless.
It's like one person against like a bunch of people, and all these people are meant to be like friends and shit like that. And they're like mocking. Like I don't like disloyalty. I really don't. I don't think anyone likes disloyalty. No one's gonna sit here and be like, but I love it, Nora. No, no one likes disloyalty. No one likes people that will be nice to your face and then talk shit at the first moment that they get, and
Oh,
it's
that's. Don't listen to the show then, because the second you hang up, we talk shit about you for like 20 minutes.
oh, I know you do, and don't worry, I get my back.
It's not me, it's Professor. He starts it every time.
we like how you say dirty.
Yeah.
Dirty.
Ooh, that wasn't bad.
Hey, but I had a question for you, Nora. In terms of the debate, is that big in England? Should I call
No.
it England or the UK? I always get
Well, it
confused.
depends. Are you talking about all Wales, Scotland, Ireland, Northern Ireland, and England, or are you just talking about England?
I think I'm just talking about England.
Then
Are you in
have
England, by the way?
yes, I'm in London.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yes, my parents decided to move here from Pakistan, so we're in London. Not Birmingham. That's too Asian for us.
Oh, that's racist.
No, I seriously, this is really fucking racist.
Discrimination.
I know, discrimination. So the
No.
Asians are in Birmingham?
They're in Manchester and Birmingham, the main cities. There's quite a few Pakis, and like you move away from a country so you don't have
Isn't
to
that
see.
racist for white people to say?
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
can we? I don't think I can say Paki, so without getting.
I mean, if are you referring to a Pakistani, then say Paki. But if you're not, then don't say it.
Let me hear you say Pakistan.
Pakistan.
Now, how come
Hey,
you
did
don't say
music
it like
video-
Obama says it? Obama says Pakistan.
Yeah, he does.
I
says it
I don't
funny.
know. I mean, is he trying to say with the Paki accent or?
There you go again with the Paki shit. You're gonna get me in trouble. I'm gonna
'Cause
say.
it's too- Just make sure to say that I'm Paki.
Don't they like?
Yeah.
If you use that word, I think they ban you in England now. I think they can actually just throw your ass in jail without going to
No,
court
that's
if
only
you
if you're
say that.
white. That's only if you're white.
No, they
Oh,
take you to Sweden in one of those no-go zones where the cops don't go in, and it's just all. Oh, there he is. Music. Is he?
Oh, they don't even have to do that. They've got a couple of those in London now.
I know. I saw that the other day. Sweden's. I saw a recent poll where Sweden's anti-immigration party was taking the lead in a lot of pre-election polling for the first time in quite a long time. I think. I find that kind of interesting. I'll dig deeper into that when I get a chance. All right. So
Yeah.
quick shot because I
yeah,
want to get the SJW training camp thing out of the way because to me it's just hilarious and I think we'll all have a good laugh at it. Except for the professor who will probably get fired.
Professor, I do wonder every time I see you come on these shows is when will the seesaw tip?
He'll be fine. He's got like 8,000 or 10,000 followers, so he'll set up a Patreon. He'll be fine. This comes from National.
Watch, I'm gonna get fired because of you guys.
Students in a college in Pennsylvania are protesting the name of Lynch Memorial Hall. The hall is named after college president Clyde A. Lynch, and it reminds them too much of the lynching of black people in American history. The building, donated by Lynch, who raised $500,000 to build it, according to Penn State Live, however, the amount of money he raised does not matter because students are triggered by the last name that appears on the building.
What's his name? Lynch?
Yeah, Lynch.
Well, that doesn't mean shit. I've known. I mean, sorry, his last name's Lynch. What the fuck do you want?
The thing is, that's bullshit.
I
Not
know.
even the students believe that. Not even the students themselves believe that. They are just so desperate, so hungry for something to make them feel morally superior that they're just desperately searching around for anything they can use to try to say, see, we're good people too. We're fighting the fight on civil rights, man. We're just like Martin Luther King, dude.
Yeah.
Just like Martin Luther King.
That's
It's
right.
like just because you have a 5-man march to your administration office doesn't make you a brave, bold pioneer just like the people in the 60s, okay? You're still a bunch of wussy college students who don't know shit, and you're not accomplishing anything.
Competing for attention.
Oh,
That's what
man.
they're doing. He's absolutely right. That's what I wanted. I wanted a Warpig rant, and I finally got it.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That
But
was
do you
good.
see that happening in England, Nora?
Me? Honey?
Yes. You see these kinds of protests happening in England.
I mean, over building names?
Yes.
Yeah, or just ridiculous things.
Like, I think if we did that, I think a lot of old British universities would have to get torn down. I mean, if you just think about it, I'm sure they'd find something. Something would be terrible, terrible about these universities. And when I do see things like that, I'm just like, what's wrong with you? Like, why can't you just... I'm one of those people that gets frustrated when I see people whining and bitching. It makes me cringe. It makes me angry. It makes me angry to see whiners. So I'm just... when someone's just like, you need to change the name of this building. Why? Why, bitch? Why? What are you gonna do when you actually meet someone with the name Mr. Lynch? What are you gonna fucking do? Get him to change his last name? What if he's your fucking boss, you cunt? Like,
That's right.
I get irritated. And I haven't seen it that much. I know a lot of Americans like to point out that it's happening in England, but I don't see it. I guess it's a situation that looks worse from the outside than inside.
Yeah, how come all the crazy stuff is happening in the U.S.?
You know what? It's the U.S.
It's not. I don't think it's all the U.S. I think England's pretty PC these days too.
Yeah,
I can find the stories. I just don't. They're not as prominent in my news feed, but I know they're there.
Yeah, they have to be.
Lots of the officials and lots of the news people are all going along with it, so they don't highlight it. It's only the few rare, disreputable newspapers that are willing to complain about it. I mean, there's people who get locked up, like literally thrown in jail for making mean comments on Facebook about Muhammad or something.
Yeah, there was someone charged. Oh, no, that was us. That was the U.S. Remember that woman was charged for making threats or something about shooting it was a Black Lives Matter woman. It was something stupid she said on Twitter, like about white people dying. The world won't be better when the white people are dead or something, and they tried to charge her for it.
That's really fucked up.
Daddy, I gotta say, yeah, go ahead, Nora. Yeah, but she's not the first one. I've seen that a lot. I've seen a lot of those guys say it. Go through that professional agitators thread, DeRay, and take a look at some of the stupid shit people have on there.
Sean King shit that's been happening lately. Oh my god.
I know.
The Sean King DeRay feud was funnier than anything that happened to Ralph today. Watching those two bitch slap it out was great.
I mean, did you see great. Sean King just delete all his tweets?
Oh man, he is just a jackass.
Well, is he white? Did Nero prove that he was white?
Yeah.
He's white. He says first he said he was black, and then he said he wasn't sure because he didn't know who his father was, and then I think someone uncovered the fact that he's white. So I'm not exactly sure what Nero uncovered. I do remember the article, but I mean, just look at the freaking guy.
Sean King is as white as Bob Hope.
That's pretty white. That's pretty white. He's got no rhythm.
I'm too young to know this reference.
Oh, come on.
How old are you, Nora?
Hope is...
I'm 19. I just turned 19 about 9 days ago.
Wow, you're so wise for a 19-year-old.
Oh, thank you. I hear this sometimes, and then it's sort of frustrating sometimes when you're the 19-year-old among people in their late 20s, early 30s, and they're bitching like children, and you're just there like, can we resolve this like adults, please?
At your age, you didn't see any of the good movies. That's why.
If you ever just want to stand up in the middle of the room and yell, "Would all you people just grow the fuck up?"
All the time. All the time. Speaking of which, let's look at this one too, because there's a tweet I just saw, and it was from Adam Baldwin, but I don't know. I don't have the original tweet, so I don't know when he sent it, but it's from that guy at Prison Planet. And Adam Baldwin tweets a series of pictures, and in the first tweet, Professor, you retweeted this, I think.
Which one?
And the first picture, it says Adam Baldwin, and it says his account has been locked.
Yeah.
And then in the second tweet, it's asking him to delete the offensive tweet, which says Gamergators are more attractive and joyous than anti-Gamergaters.
Oh yeah.
And that's it.
Crazy.
It was some sort of picture as well, I believe.
There's
Uh,
a link to it, I think, but I can't see it because it's a screen grab, so I can't click it.
No, I'll find it. I got it. Somebody tweeted it.
I
back to me.
forget what the picture was.
Yeah,
No.
it's insane. Twitter's starting to filter tweets that suggest that SJWs are ugly. it's
They are.
crazy.
Everyone knows that.
The picture is two 5x5 grids side by side. On one side is a bunch of SJWs, on the other side is a bunch of Gamergaters.
Oh, I remember this one. This has been
Yeah.
tweeted so many times.
Oh shit! I've tweeted that picture, I think.
Yeah.
A lot of times, I believe.
Huh? That's so. Someone must have obviously reported it.
But
I'm assuming.
Holy
Yeah, that
crap.
was insane. Adam Baldwin's account was locked.
It's gone from my timeline. Somebody tweeted that to me in response to me talking about it, and it's gone from my timeline.
They probably got suspended. You know, it's getting to be, I think, pretty close to time that someone finds an alternative to Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's quite clear there's an SJW agenda behind them. I mean, this isn't... And I'll tell you something else. There have been some strange things lately. Like, maybe a couple of months ago, I noticed that I wasn't following Daddy Warpig. So, I mean, I thought I was. So, I refollowed him. And then a couple of weeks later, I was not following him again. And I'm not doing it. I don't know why it keeps happening, but every now and then, so there's a few people I checked. There was him. He was definitely one, and I can't remember the other two now because I stopped checking. It just got to be too much. But so every now and then I got to go check and see, am I still following Daddy Warpig, and why does it stop?
oh, does Twitter do that too? I mean, there's like a couple of people like I've been following, and then I just assume they do the block unblock thing, and then they
No, I don't think so. I don't think that's what's happening.
I think Daddy Warpig does the block unblock.
Do I? No. Not since Op Forgive. I haven't blocked anybody since Op Forgive.
No, it's
Oh,
not you. I've
my
got
God.
direct
Forgive
messages
Daddy.
from a few other people that said the same thing happened to them, that they were following me and suddenly they weren't, and so I don't know. I mean, I've never even had my account locked, and I've said some shit, so I don't know what it'll take. I guess I'm not important enough to.
Oh yeah, seriously. If you wanna rack up bad things people have said about SJWs, just in generic, not about any specific person, I am 99% sure I'm at the top of the list for people who says abusive things about SJWs in general.
Yeah. I mean,
mean-
I went after Mangirl Macintosh, and I even hashtagged it Mangirl Macintosh right at him. And I mean, he blocked me, but nobody reported it, I guess. So.
I sent a tweet out the other day that said, "Where are the drugs, John?"
I
Bloody.
saw that. I actually saw that. You know what? It's funny. I see these tweets where people think it's controversial, and then I see tweets that respond to it where I think sometimes these SJWs, these weird leftists, they end up insulting the group of people that they're trying to
What's up,
defend.
Bacon? What are you doing, player?
There he is.
There's Ralph. He always comes in with
Yeah.
a
How's it going, man? How's it been going?
Ralph. You always come in with a splash, buddy. I like
Yeah,
it.
man. You know I like to make an entrance, baby. You know how I do.
I know how you do. You kick the door in and you come.
How does
up.
my fucking mic sound, by the way? Do I need to plug in the snowball or no?
No, I think you're good, man. I think you're all right.
Okay, good deal. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on. I really do appreciate it.
Oh,
Hey,
thanks
we,
for
we
being
have to get Ralph's opinion on the Adam Baldwin lockout.
That's total bullshit. I just saw it myself, and I can't think of anything more fucked up, to be honest with you.
I know all he said is Gamergaters were better looking than the SJWs.
I mean, that's
More
objectively true.
joyous.
It's not-
I believe that's a scientifically provable fact.
I do as well, yes.
So, Ralph, I decided before you came back on the show because I had, and granted, I was a little busier this week than I usually am, but I ended up seeing a little bit of your various arguments that you had this week, and you were getting piled on a little bit, but I decided the ridiculous slap fight between D. Ray and Sean King was more entertaining than what was happening on your timeline, so I tried to go through those tweets instead.
Yeah, that's understandable. That's way more entertaining, I gotta agree. Not much entertaining shit going on in my life right now. I'm just kind of pissed off in general. So yeah, the Adam Baldwin thing didn't help. Just fuck the whole world, to be honest with you.
I noticed the you were getting a little surly there, and I noticed some asshole trying to give you some kind of lecture about ethics, and I actually stupidly jumped in there and said something, which I usually don't bother doing because, but I didn't
Yeah,
tag the person in it.
might like me or support me, don't even get involved with this, and I don't blame him, to be honest with you. It's mostly dumbass bullshit.
No, I really don't. I mean, it doesn't
Yeah.
bother me. I said watching these guys lecture Ralph about ethics is like watching Helen Keller play darts. Dismiss.
That's pretty good analogy, I gotta say.
It was good. There's your tweet, Professor. Insane Adam Baldwin says Gamergate supporters are better looking, and Twitter locks his account.
Yeah, I had to retweet.
That is freaking unbelievable.
Yeah, we really need an alternative to Twitter now.
We really
Yeah,
do.
there's a lot of unbelievable people right around here nowadays, I gotta say. Most of them are full of shit. I gotta also say that. So, yeah.
I can't believe that. That is insane. You know, it's only a matter of time if they keep this up. Somebody will come up with an alternative.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm waiting on.
Yeah, me
I
too.
mean, I already have my Twitter following built, but fuck it, I can do it again.
Hey, Ralph, on a personal note, as a favor to me, when you get to England and you're having lunch with Nero, I want you to kick him right in the balls and tell him this is for what you said about Princess Bride.
I know. Come on, I love Princess Bride. I
fuck
can't believe.
Nora's over in the corner going, I'm so young I didn't see Princess Bride.
Come on, Nora. Tell us what you think about Princess Bride.
I've never seen it.
Oh, come on.
There we go. See?
You and Ralph should watch it.
Yeah, should definitely.
Yeah, Ralph, that mic's starting to cut out now. Maybe you're going to need that snowball, maybe.
Nah, I'll get it out in a sec. Then I'll go ahead and mute myself.
Oh God, Kevin Smith.
What? What'd he do?
I'm not even going to explain that gag. If you've just seen the movie Clerks, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That's the last good movie he made, I believe, right?
Yeah.
I think Michael Moore's got another movie coming out, so that's something else I can ignore in the box office.
Isn't he big enough to have his own gravitational field now? Doesn't he affect the tides now?
He does. I think he's got his own zip code now. Did you see? First of all, that Ghostbuster pic and the description of it. That guy. I wish I knew who it was that came up with that. But man, it was genius, and I bet spot on.
Reddit.
I bet you anything he's right. How much you want to bet he's right?
Oh, that sounded way too on the nose to me. It gave me chills.
I know. I was thinking of myself, oh crap, now I have to go see this turd just because I got to know if this guy's right. I don't want to pay for it though, so I don't know. Maybe I'll sneak in the exit door or something. She has. I did see Spy the other night with. I do typically like her. She's usually pretty funny, Melissa McCarthy. Kind of.
You don't have your Ralph. You don't have yourself muted.
What in the hell is going on over there at Ralph's house?
Ralph is going out to dinner in a bit. So.
Oh, he is?
Yes, he's going out.
With Cult of Vivian? Boom.
Silence.
Awkward silence. That's always best. So, Melissa McCarthy's show got canceled. Did you see that, Warpig?
Yeah, can you hear me? Ralph ain't going nowhere. Ralph's right here. So
There's
right,
Ralph.
I've never seen anything she's ever been in, ever.
Right. Well, some of it's pretty good. I thought Bridesmaids was way overrated. That movie Spy was pretty funny. So she tweets out this thing and she says that CBS canceled Mike and Molly and she can't understand why. And one of these correspondents said it's unusual because they get about 8 or 9 million viewers and sitcoms are usually cheap. So it's surprising to see it get canceled. And I said usually cheap, but what about the Kraft cart bill? That's gotta be that's gotta be outrageous, right?
she does like to eat, doesn't she?
Ralph, who was it that started? Was that Viv who started with you this week?
Yeah, that stupid cunt says something new every single week. I don't even know.
I thought that's who it was, and I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. She needs to drink arsenic, though. That would be good. A good policy, a good start. I mean, nobody would ever know who this ugly bitch even was if she didn't dress up like a fucking mascot in the first place. Nobody would care. I mean, nobody would know. You know, me, I put in work, I put in articles. She fucking put on a wig and a goddamn green and purple shirt, so I don't really know what else to say about that bitch.
You know how the internet works, man. Girls
Yeah.
get attention.
Yeah.
Lucky us.
I think you were right though, Ralph. You get you get a lot of free publicity out of that.
Yeah, it's whatever. Fuck that bitch.
Wow, you are surly.
Whoa.
Your vacation's coming at a good time because you are an ornery.
Yeah, you're pretty ornery.
Yeah, that's
What happened? I don't understand what caused all of this. I really don't know.
I mean, she talked shit for months and months, and then finally I was like, all right, let's try to make peace because, I don't know, I'm an idiot. And then we did, and then she started retweeting and saying a bunch of shit on, in my face, and so, fuck that bitch. It's basically that simple.
What can we say? Some people are obsessed with Ralph, like that otter fag, who will stoop. I mean, he spoke about him for months and months on end, and is suddenly surprised when there's a rebuttal in store for him. And then he goes, "Oh, I'm depressed. How dare you speak to me? I'm depressed." And it's like, bitch, it's like you don't even know most people on the internet. Everyone's fucking depressed on the internet. Why do you think they can stand something like the internet? And then, of course, his little band of merry men came to save him.
Wait,
Who is
who's this?
Otter guy? I don't even know who that is.
Otter Jesus?
Oh, do I know him?
Otter faggot, that's what I call him, yeah.
Well, he's known for having a puppet that's an otter. Otter.
Wait, but aren't all these people generally nice, though? I don't know.
I
I've
mean,
never
I think
run
the
into
nice
any
people you
problems.
know.
Okay, well, look, I'll tell you what was happening. This fucking piece of shit was sitting there talking shit, like she said, talking shit about me for weeks and months. I mean, literally hundreds and hundreds of tweets about me, and then he was musing about me committing suicide and possibly self-harming. And so I went into a chat one day and I was like, I hope you fucking kill yourself, motherfucker, and I'm going to be ready to see you fucking die. And I can't wait to see when you're fucking dead and alone by yourself and fucking kill yourself. And this is after he came at me, and I don't make any apologies. I don't give a fuck. If people don't like what I'm saying, they can fucking suck my dick. And that's the way I've always been. I mean, I'm not going to take shit from some faggot that's never done shit ever besides stick a fucking hand up a goddamn puppet. I mean, fuck that. I don't know what else to say.
This would be a good time for me to add, parents, please get your children out of the room for the rest of the show.
Or proceed to stick your fingers in their ears with
Ear
consent.
Muffet. Old School. That's probably another movie Nora didn't see. Old School. Ear Muffet, kids.
Is that the one with the K?
Vince Vaughn.
No, of
Who's
course
Vince
not.
Vaughn? That old guy? Here's that Cummins.
I mean, we're all fucking old.
Yeah.
I mean, God's sakes, I'm the age that professor teaches at his university. That's how old
He should be out. He should be answering emails right now anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't believe you guys keep bringing that up.
I'm going to bring it up.
fucking email.
Professor, why don't you shill right now to get some chilies? Because you have an empty chili pepper on that site. Please, someone give Professor a chili.
No, I'm not going to. I can't believe professors actually. I know they log on with fake accounts and click on the chili, to make. For those of you that don't know about Rate My Professors, if you're hot looking, you have this chili near your profile picture, and I know there are professors that log on and click on that chili.
You know.
I know.
You personally know.
I personally know because there's some pretty ugly people.
Okay.
Chilies.
Look at Nick being all high and mighty. I always feel sort of disrespectful. I'm at that age where I should be calling you Professor Nick. Like, not Nick.
No, I don't mind.
You're like, please don't remind me how close to death I am becoming each day.
Oh, Jesus, you guys are dark today.
Yeah, I know.
That's how it goes, I guess, yeah.
See, Ralph burst into the room, and now we're all angry.
That's right.
I'm okay.
Daddy, yeah, you know why? Because you had a Warpig rant early on. You got it all out of your system.
Yeah,
That's what
that's
happens.
right.
Now, the new Star Wars, I wonder if Ralph saw this, and I know Professor or Warpig did. The new Star
I'd rather
Wars,
you didn't talk about a spoiler.
it's not a spoiler. I'm just going to say it's, I can't remember who the critic was. I think she works for Entertainment Weekly. But it's been SJW approved, in case you were worried. It passes that, how do you say that, the Bechdel test? Yes, she says it passes the Bechdel test, so.
Yeah, so does Baby Got Back.
So does a lot of it was. If you don't know what that test is, it originated, and Nora probably doesn't know because she's fucking 10. It originated in a cartoon years ago, and it was one. It was one woman who said that what she wanted to see in a movie, ideally.
A movie? What's a movie?
Is
that the thing that comes on Netflix?
There's whole bunches of people.
Is it the Flickr show that you guys?
There's definitely a baby talk fetish out there if you want to keep that up. I'll tweet
it.
Okay, so the Bechdel test originated in a cartoon, and it is. In order to pass the Bechdel test, in order to be feminist approved, you have to have two women talking to each other about something other than a man.
Right.
So I want to quote to you some dialogue here that passes the Bechdel test. Are you ready?
Go.
Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big. She looked like one of those rap guys' girlfriends. But, you know, who understands those rap guys? They only talk to her because she looks like a total prostitute, Kay. I mean, her butt is just so big. I can't believe it's just so round. It's like out there. I mean, gross. Look, she's just so black.
Feminist approved.
Feminist approved. Bechdel test officially passed. Baby Got Back, Sir Mix-a-Lot, made before Nora was born.
As a guy on Reddit pointed out, almost all lesbian porn would pass the Bechdel test.
Sorry, before I was born, my father actually told me that I was apparently conceived to bump and grind. That's actually one of my favorite songs.
Well, that explains everything. They're right there.
And I'm fucking with you. He said it to fuck with me, and I was listening to it, and he's like, "Oh, this song sounds familiar," and I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Do you want to know? It was the song I listened to on my wedding night when your mother had her period, and I got none."
Oh man!
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Your father's one of those oversharers, isn't he?
Yeah, too much information, Dad.
My father's fucking off. I love him because I remember I was like, Dad, did you guys hear about Aisha Curry and what she said about the way girls dress nowadays?
No.
Okay, so she was just like, I don't like the way girls are dressing. I mean, she just like stated her opinion. She's like, out on Saturday night with everything hanging out. I like to cover up and keep it for the person I love. And a lot of people on Twitter got really angry, really mad. They're like, "Oh, you're slut shaming." I was like, "Dad, yeah, they're saying she's slut shaming." He's like, "What? We can't shame sluts anymore?"
Wait, who said that? Who tweeted that?
Aisha Curry.
Aisha Curry.
She's Stephen Curry's wife. He's the best player in the NBA. He plays for the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, Ralph, now that you brought
By the way, Kobe's turning it around, Professor. He's getting in the groove the last few games, baby.
I know. They won. They blew out Milwaukee.
I don't even care if we win, but I've been watching Kobe. I've been watching Kobe since I was a child, and I got to catch some of these. He really is. Besides Jordan, he's my favorite player, so yeah.
No, me too. Yeah, he's doing great. I'm happy for the Lakers.
He's starting to turn around just a little bit, so yeah, I'm happy for that.
But they still only won 4 games.
Nah, we're still going to tank it. I still hope we tank it so we can get a good draft pick. But I want him to play D'Angelo Russell a lot more, though. That's what I want. And so...
Yeah, what is up with having him come off the bench?
Yeah,
Why is he not starting?
I know that... who is it? Clarkson? I think Clarkson's been hurt lately, so he's been getting some more playing time. But, yeah, so...
yeah, but he's been doing great, right, D'Angelo?
Yeah, he has been.
Must be
Yeah.
nice being a fan of a team that wins sometimes. The Bears are fucking killing me.
Well, yeah, it's hard to cry too much because we got like 16 titles or so. So,
Dude, my
uh,
brother's wife, I mean, we watch football on Sunday, right? So every Sunday, everyone piles in. I get 6 or 7 dudes in here. We're drinking beer, and it's always like my brother's wife. She also likes football, so it's like 6 guys and her. So he shows up, and he's got his Bears jersey on. I got my Ditka jersey on. She's got a fucking Robbie Gould jersey on. We almost threw her out the window. 2 weeks in a row, he's missed kicks that could have put us in the playoffs and cost us the game. A kicker. Who buys a kicker's jersey?
Man.
I don't understand anything you just said, but okay. None of this made
I
sense
made the
to me.
fantasy playoffs, by the way. I'm in.
What the fuck is fantasy playoffs? What is fantasy playoffs?
It's fantasy football.
What is fantasy football?
Oh, you're gonna hate it. I shouldn't even tell you. It's American football. An Otter shit posting tag. Otter Team 6. It's I don't know. Ralph, you can explain this to her later.
Otter, if you're listening to this, it goes down the street, not across the road.
Okay, Ralph.
Otter's not listening. There's only 3 people listening, so I'm sure Otter's not one of them.
Is there? Damn. Well, I don't care. I have fun here anyway. I don't give a
Anyway,
fuck.
let's
No, but
Bacon-
in fairness, Ralph, by the end of the week, it'll be up to 70 or 80 probably. It usually gets.
That's
gets around
good.
there.
That's good. Who gives a shit? I just like talking shit. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah.
Well, so what's fantasy football? Bacon.
It's a thing where every week there's a whole slate of football games played, and so at the beginning of the season, you start leagues or whatever, and whoever's in your league, you draft your team throughout the whole league, and then you have your team, and it's similar to the way an NFL team has their team, and depending on how each player does throughout the week, and they're all on various teams. Of course, you don't have just one team; it's just players from each team. So depending on how they do in the real life games, that depends on how that decides how your actual fantasy team does. So it gives you like an extra incentive to watch the games and to get into them.
So is there any prize at the end?
Yeah, in a lot of these leagues there are money prizes. There might be, if it's like a private league, there might be like some type of private prize or bragging rights or something like that. So yeah.
Yeah, we have a cash prize. I think next year we're going to do it.
Yeah.
I love that bragging rights. That is my prize.
We're considering, Ralph, next year doing it that the worst team in the league has to get a tattoo as voted on by the other team members.
That is bullshit. Only men would do this crap. I swear to God.
That was sexist and
This
genderist.
is the reason you guys live shorter lives than women, because you're fucking stupid.
Wow, a lot of sexism going on over here.
I know.
Yeah, you want some
Well,
more?
I just found the Aisha Curry tweet and I retweeted it. So
Oh,
Oh, did you?
68,000 retweets, 92,000 likes.
Wow.
Yeah, I put an article out on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I completely agreed with her. I mean, why are your tits and ass hanging out? Like, listen, okay, I'm gonna be very honest here. Is that I dress pretty conservatively, but I don't dress like a fucking nun. I mean, have one thing out, have your fucking legs out, or have your tits out. Don't have one thing out. I mean, have respect for your body. I know some people want to sit there and tell me, well, I mean, what is it? It's a whore's uniform. You're going to be mistaken for a whore. Sorry.
That's pretty right.
And sorry, I mean, I was raised to have, dignity. I was raised to, I'm not going to have my tits and ass out because I like to be respected. So
Some of the answers to this are
Good for
pretty
you.
funny.
I know, right? What a weirdo.
I hate when self-righteous young women assume that dressing like Hillary Clinton is classier. So that's it. You can either dress like a whore or wear a pantsuit. There's nothing in between that.
Oh, Jesus, it's so stupid. You can
I was
have a
shocked
lovely
that,
dress. You can have a lovely dress, and you could just not show tits. It's very much
All right,
possible.
let's not get
See,
carried
the thing is about tight-fitting body. I mean, there are ways to show off your figure and show off your body without fucking, showing the skin.
My mother always says, I mean, have your clothes fitted enough that you show you're a lady, but loose enough. No, show that you're a woman, loose enough to show that you're a lady. And I always like followed that. So it's got me. I mean, I might not be the girl that they turn around and stare at their titties and ass at, but I'm still the person they'll have a conversation with that doesn't end with, "Can I have your number so I can go fuck you later?" Like,
Hey, Ralph, can you real quick tweet out that Nora keeps saying titties on the show? I want to see how many
I picked this up from Ralph, okay? I usually say breath, but Ralph always says tits and titties.
She
and
said
I'm
we
like,
don't say titties here in Britain, and then like the next 3 weeks, I just hear her saying titties, titties, titties. I'm just like, where does this come from?
It's so fun to say.
It is kind of. It rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? In more ways
but
than one. I
breath
gotta say.
sounds more sensual and more.
Titties
pleasure.
roll off the tongue, Nora. Don't you know that?
No,
We'd
but
go into triple-digit viewers if you tweeted that, Ralph, right away.
I mean, titties sound vulgar. Let's be real here. They sound absolutely vulgar. They don't sound sexually appealing at all.
Put the link to the stream in the chat. I will send it up.
All right.
It doesn't. It sounds vulgar. I'm sorry, but breasts and titties. No.
Some of these people
What do
are
you call them
mad.
then, Nora?
Huh?
What do you
Pardon?
call them then?
We call them breasts.
Oh, you do not. You know, you're alone
Yeah,
here, friends,
come
and you're just
on.
saying, "Oh,
Motherfuckers,
breasts."
are you British?
You don't say. Who says
I
breasts?
say
all the time?
breast or
You just
boob.
said titties like 30 times.
And because I picked it from Ethan. I've been hanging out with him constantly for 4 months now. Come on now.
Oh.
And he's like,
First mistake. Yeah.
you know what my favorite thing is about Ralph is that he'll like look at a girl's picture and just, I mean, this is not even Ralph actually. I'm not even going to use Ralph as an example, but every guy I have ever known will look at a picture of a girl and her boobs are out and her ass are out and they're like, damn. And then you're like, should I dress like that? And they're like, no. But I want people to say damn, and it's like, no, it's fine. Don't worry. Cover yourself.
Oh, Professor, you're getting fired. I'm sorry, man.
I know. I better keep quiet.
Because you're telling people to cover themselves up.
No, because he's on a stream where we make fun of colleges. We talked about professors logging into their own accounts to give themselves chili peppers.
And you're talking about boobies.
And we said titties 100 times.
Titties, titties, titties.
You don't see? Oh my God, Ralph, get this out.
I mean, whatever. Maybe I'm being a complete hypocrite and a bitch, and someone's going to pull up a picture of me where my boobs and my ass are showing, and they're like, "Look at you, you hypocrite!" And it's like, come on. The only reason someone dresses very provocatively is either they just got broken up by their boyfriend just dumped them, they're trying to get screwed, or they want attention. That's like 3 reasons. And girls, you can lie to me and say that's not the case. But I'm a girl too, and I'm going to call bullshit on you, okay?
Wow, Nora's on fire tonight. I like
Oh, look at this idiot.
Wow.
that. What do you got, Warpig?
This is a comment under the Aisha Curry tweet. When Muslim women cover up their oppressed, but Aisha Curry says it's classy. Because there's absolutely no difference between the full-on burqa or wearing a bikini in public, okay? There's nothing in between she could possibly be talking about. She's saying you must wear a burqa or you're a slut. That's what Aisha Curry...
I mean,
Oh my God.
at least like a bikini, like it serves a purpose. You're on the beach, whatever. I feel like there are places where it's okay to show a little more skin. The swimsuit's fine. But then, why are you wearing your swimsuit to a nightclub? Is what Why is your swimsuit coming to a fancy dinner party?
I'm going to go ahead and say that's fine. That's okay. I have no issues with that.
You mean someone wearing their swimsuit to a fancy dinner?
Right, bikinis everywhere. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Zero
Yeah.
issues with that.
Okay, I'll find you a picture of Randy Harper in a bikini.
If you can find a bikini that size, then I'll look at it. Go ahead.
I mean, I've seen them big-sized bikinis.
What would it be made out of? A pool cover?
Oh my God, Ralph!
What did Ralph do?
What Ralph doesn't do.
You saw what I tweeted out. Is that why you said that? Hold on, I'll put it in the
I love
chat.
how he has to ask me because he does so many things.
I'm just like, what is this? Where did it happen? Is this something not mentionable on air? Who knows what she's speaking of? But yes.
I'm trying to find one. I'm just gonna type in fat
I
woman
disapprove
in
of all
swimsuit.
this talk about boobies.
Hey, speaking of bikinis, Daddy Warpig, did we already discuss Disney doing away with Princess Leia's slave outfit?
We might have mentioned it before. I don't know.
What? Seriously?
Yeah, they're going to leave it in the movie, I guess. I think, but they're like supposedly not going to sell any more merchandise with the Princess Leia in her slave outfit. And somebody asked the actress. Somebody asked her, said, what do you think about that? And she went off on him. And I would really like to talk about it, but I need to read Carrie's exact quote. So if you give me a second to opine, I'll try and find that because I retweeted it. So I'll try and find it.
Yeah, dude, triggered. That's nice, Ralph.
You like that? Do
I
you know who that is in the picture there?
That's
No.
Rogue.
It's Rogue Star. By the way, speaking of Rogue Star,
Wow.
we're
Come
going to
on.
have our program Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern with me, Wild Goose, Satan, who else? Pterodax. We're going to
Seattle for Truth.
Seattle for Truth. We're gonna have a
Wait, is Rogue
Not
the one
me,
that left
Butter.
Gamergate?
Butter
No,
will not be there.
Butta's being left out because we want to get mean and nasty, and we're afraid she might try to make us be too nice. So
Is Rogue the one that left Gamergate, I thought, or no?
yeah, he
no,
left.
Rogue's the one that stole all that money.
He has left Gamergate. By the way, I got a screen of him sparking out that I'm going to show on the show. It should be pretty funny.
Or am I thinking of the other one, that Illuminati?
No, he did leave Gamergate, and he's just like, these people never give me any credit. All these FBI contacts I have. He's the NASA game developer, so yeah.
Okay, I was confused though. I was thinking of that Rogue Illuminatus.
No, he's fine. Yeah, he did leave too, but he has nothing to do with this. We should have a lot of fun on Friday. It might not be fun for Rogue.
I got to drink with him in New York City, and it was fun.
Oh yeah, did you go to that meetup in New York?
Yeah, man. Me and K-Niles went down there.
That's lovely.
It was lovely.
Oh, sorry.
It was tea. We had tea. It was lovely.
Are you trying to make me feel self-conscious about my accent?
I
It's working because I always feel self-conscious about my accent. So thanks for that.
I tried to do the Daddy Warpig.
You exploited my one thing that I'm super self-conscious about.
You're self-conscious about your accent?
Yeah.
Doesn't everyone in your country have the same accent?
No.
He has a hybrid accent because
Yorkshire, you know.
Tell them where you were born.
No, stop
and why
it.
you have a hybrid
I
accent.
don't want to.
Tell them.
They can go read my fucking article on the Ralph
Should I
Retort.
tell them? Karachi,
No.
where she was born.
No, go tell them to read that article on the Ralph Retort where I fucking explain shit.
Okay.
The Saudi Arabia. Her
People
thoughts.
with British accents just sound so much smarter than us Americans. That's
Well, okay,
It's not
so
very hard to do, though, is it?
Then you need to watch Cockneys versus Zombies.
what's that?
I mean,
Cockney versus Zombies. Cockneys versus Zombies. What does it sound like? It's a movie. I think you can put together the content of the movie based solely on the title. It's not that complicated.
Is it on Netflix?
It is on Netflix. That's where I saw it. I found that Carrie Fisher quote, by the way, or at least it was on Netflix at one point. It's a funny show.
okay, Carrie
I tried to do what you did, Daddy Warpig. I tried to prepare for Nora's accent by watching Downton Abbey, but I lapsed into a coma after about 3.5 minutes. That is,
Hey, do not slag off Downton Abbey, sir.
oh, you gotta be kidding me! Don't tell me.
No, I love Downton Abbey. Do not.
Oh God.
Don't you ever.
Nick, I would turn on my camera too, but I'm sort of having
Mary,
issues.
God, she's so fun.
I think you have a great accent, Nora. You know, the only time a British accent sounds funny is when it's an Asian person with a British accent. That sounds wrong.
And you gotta. Asian means different things in Britain.
Oh, okay. I needed you to explain. Did you mean Paki Asian or did you mean like Eastern Asian, like yourself?
No, I meant real Asian. Yeah.
Oh, okay, real
Oh,
Asian.
real
In
Asian.
America, Pakistanis are Middle Eastern. That's in America. You're Middle Eastern. You're not Asian.
Oh, I see.
Interesting.
Hey, here's a new one from Man-Girl Macintosh, Daddy Warpig and Professor. Man-Girl Macintosh says, Lollipop, Chainsaw, X-Blades, and Bayonetta all rely on the same hypersexualized male gaze is empowerment argument. There is no difference. Which is interesting because I just saw the tweet from what's her name there.
What's her name?
Why are you thinking of other
Where's
women?
Kay Nels, by the way? That's who I want.
where's Kay Nels?
I want Kay Nels, and I want to hear about all the savagery she committed on canines. That's what I want to hear about.
She did that thing where she fell asleep.
Oh, Jesus.
You know what?
Yeah,
She's
I know
so
somebody who likes to fall asleep before
How do you
streams.
mean?
I won't
Are you
say
throwing
anything.
shade in my?
No, of course not. I
I
wasn't
mean,
speaking about
you
you.
wouldn't want to lose your one lovely co-host, would you? Ralph? Is that what you want? You want Seattle to be your co-host, don't you?
Seattle's pretty lovely too.
Is
Let's
this what
be
you're
fair.
doing? Is this what you're doing? You're trying
Seattle's
to make
pretty lovely. You gotta admit. I mean, his bald head is very shiny. I mean,
Cranky T-Rex is live tweeting Star Trek Into Darkness.
Why? I love Star Trek Into Darkness.
That's a terrible movie,
no,
dude.
I actually like.
You have bad
You know what?
taste.
The only thing I love the movie, but
I loved
the
it.
only thing was it was way too long. They should have cut it by like 20-25 minutes. The third act of the movie was way too long. I was like, Jesus Christ, when's this fucking movie gonna end? I think if they would have cut it by 20 minutes, it'd be a lot better. That's just my opinion.
I was trying to find the Feminist Frequency one where she tweeted about where the fuck is? Oh wait, there it is. Everything about Bayonetta's design, mechanics, and characterization is created specifically for the sexual pleasure of straight male gamers, which looks like it was tweeted maybe 20 minutes after Man-Girl Macintosh.
And all the lesbians go, what?
But that still doesn't win. My favorite tweet of the week, like I said, it's funny when SJWs accidentally insult the groups they're trying to, pretend. So now we have Steven Tyler. Brianna Wu. She says it's not surprising that Revolution 360 was, strong, generally speaking, stronger with women. It's about 4 tweets, so I'm kind of paraphrasing. But we listened hard. We tried hard to listen to women in gaming and deliberately ignored hardcore mechanics. So, in other words, girls who are gamers can't handle hardcore mechanics and they must be avoided. Is that what you said? Does that make sense, Denny?
She ripped off her mechanics from other games and did it badly.
And looks like Steven Tyler. Just get it out there.
That's. I mean, you're setting yourself up to fail. If all you can do is rip off mechanics from other games and do it badly. I mean, ripping off other games isn't necessarily bad. That's how whole new genres get started. All the people who ripped off Doom gave us first-person shooters, and eventually that gave us things like Bioshock. All the people that ripped off of Grand Theft Auto gave us a new genre of stuff like Crackdown and Saints Row and a lot of other good games. It's not a crime.
By the way,
to rip off other video games. It's a crime to do it badly.
By the way, I love you, Hideo Kojima. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you signed with Sony.
So fucking much that
Thank you, baby. I love you.
Like a little girl in very inappropriate times. That's all I'm gonna say.
What was the inappropriate time? Do you want to tell? Do you
want to
tell them?
Do you want to slap across your face?
Not me. You mentioned it. I
don't have to tell what an inappropriate time it was. When
How
people are trying,
how about this?
When people are trying to sleep and they're trying to unwind during a movie.
I'm not sure it concerns sleep, but
when they're trying to unwind during a fucking movie, you don't go.
Unwind might be a good way to put it, but I'm not sure it concerns sleep.
Ralph.
I'll leave it there.
Ralph.
I'll leave it there. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
I have several wild guesses about what was going on.
Shut up, Bacon.
Okay. Do you want me to read the Carrie Fisher quote?
I love Kojima too.
Please do, sir. That's exactly what I would like you to do right now.
Somebody was asking Carrie Fisher. Some dad apparently flipped out about her costume and said, "This is terrible. It's not for little kids. I can't believe they make toys about this." And so somebody asked Carrie Fisher about it, and what she said was this: I think that's stupid. The father who flipped out about it, what am I going to tell my kid about why she's in that outfit? Carrie Fisher said, tell them that a giant slug captured me and forced me to wear that stupid outfit, and then I killed him because I didn't like it. And then I took it off backstage.
Yep, there you go. I like it. I like it. She's usually a little crazy, but that one made sense.
There's another one that's even better. She's a prisoner of a giant testicle who has a lot of saliva going on, and she does not want to wear that thing, and it's ultimately that chain, which you're now indicating is some sort of accessory to S&M, that is used to kill the giant saliva testicle.
I like that one. That's even better.
Carrie Fisher. So if you have any questions about what's going on with the costume,
everyone in this chat needs to shut the fuck up and send this link out. We need to boost back into the fucking hill, because every show I've ever been on with this motherfucker has been fun. I don't give a fuck. And so anybody watching this, you need to support this motherfucker and send out the link.
Thanks, Ralph.
That's the Ralph telling you, send out this fucking link.
Oh, I should correct myself from earlier.
Daddy Warpig, don't speak. Just send out the link.
I've sent it out like 4 times. Get off my back, man.
Okay, I'll forgive you then.
I want to correct myself. It is only a crime to copy other games when you copy mechanics that are patented, that actually have legal protection, which, by the way, Brianna Wu did.
Ooh.
Hey, let me ask you something. Where's Brianna Wu's PC port of Rev 60? Do you remember that, Daddy? Big Daddy? Do you remember?
Laughed off of Greenlight.
Where's she at? You know, it's still supposed to come out, as far as I know, and she's too busy, you know, stroking her non-existent feminine organs on Twitter, rather than putting out her game, like his, whatever you want to call the motherfucking piece of shit. I just don't understand. It reminds me of a certain person that rhymes with Fogfar, but yeah.
You missed that tweet earlier this week?
Which one?
Here, let me read it.
Okay, go ahead. I do miss some things, though, yes.
It was this. About FleetCom. I'm going to read this. This is from Rogue Star.
Yeah, oh yeah, yes, I did read that, Daddy. Yes, he just put that out last night. He seems to be intimating that his game's going to be out by January the 15th. I do wonder if that's because of the pressure that me and others have been putting on him in the last few days. I'll tell you this, that before he came back fully in Gamergate, he said that he was going to debut FleetCom at the same time that he came back, and he would do both on my show. I have the logs of all that. It seems like he doesn't really care that much about FleetCom, and I guess we'll see if he puts it out between now and January 15th. Either way, it's gonna suck. I mean, I never really thought the game was gonna be that good, regardless. But if he does put it out, that will save some face. So I'll give him some credit there. But I'm not really that big on Roguestar at the moment. I don't know if you can tell.
I can kind of tell. Didn't you say you have a show coming up with him?
Yes, Roguestar presents FleetCom Friday night. That's going to be 10 p.m. Eastern on Friday night, oddly enough. And
so is it going to be a friendly show? Or
no, it's not going to be a friendly.
Wait, what happened? I need to know what happened.
Okay, let me... give me 1 second, and I'm going to scroll back in my chat, because somebody asked me this earlier, and like, you and Rogue used to be boys. What happened? And I typed it all out. I just want to read it.
Because all these people I'm okay with. And I'm trying to understand what's going on.
No, I mean, listen. I'll also say this, Professor. This is just me, and I know other people aren't like this. Other people on the SJW Light side are and I'm not calling Rogue SJW Light, but some of these people, if you don't. They want to get everybody involved in their beef. I don't actually do that. I just speak my mind. And
yeah, that's what we love about you, Ralph.
Yeah, it's not like I don't. Have I ever messaged you and be like, Professor, I need your help, please help me in this beef? No, that's not me. No. That's not me. I just say what I say. I don't expect anybody else to take it up. I don't expect anybody else. Daddy Warpig knows it. He knows the same thing. And I'm sure he doesn't agree with everything I've ever said. I wouldn't expect anybody to. But I'm not like, oh, I need your help. Please help me out, and please, make up for this. No, that's not me. I just say what I say, and people don't agree with it. That's fine. But I'm not really trying to draw you in or say I need your help or you're not with me. That's just not how I roll.
No, I know, and I appreciate how honest you are and how you do speak your mind. Because I think more people need to speak their mind. I'm against all the tone policing, by the way.
Yeah.
I know. I am too. I am too, and I gotta.
Okay, here we go. Somebody asked me in chat, and this is my private chat that I have on Twitter. I'll go ahead and tell anybody. I have a chat on Twitter. It has 30 so people in it, and we talk in there all the time. I don't care if people like it; they can suck my dick. But the thing about it is, somebody said, "What happened between you and Rogue? I thought you were buddies," and so I wrote this in the chat. I said, I told him to stop tagging me with bullshit and getting involved with my stuff publicly. The night of the Gamergate in San Jose meetup, someone mentioned me on Twitter and said they were all there making fun of me in San Jose. Which, like, I continue saying, I didn't care about that in the slightest. I didn't even respond to this fucker. Rogue took it upon himself to quote that tweet, mention me again, and then assure me that didn't happen and that people were just worried I was going to harm myself. I told him to fuck off and that I was getting ready to go in on his ass just like I told him in private I was going to do if he didn't shut the fuck up. Then someone asked him what was going on, and he said an intervention. And he tagged Game Diviner, who's the biggest fucking phony that you could ever imagine. Anybody believe this fucker? I don't really know what to say. Anyway, he said he was calling it in, so I assumed he had been believing Game Diviner's lies. There's no bigger phony on this planet than Paulo Munoz. Sure, some are equal, but none are bigger. And so that's what pissed me off. I told him to stay out and to stop tagging me with bullshit, and he refused to do so. And so I decided we need to talk about his bullshit as well. So that's basically it.
Oh, so that's on Friday though, right?
Yeah, Friday, 10 p.m.
I gotta tune into this one.
We're going in. I'm hoping to crack 100 viewers on this one. We're really
Friday
going in.
one was the other one was interesting too.
You liked that one too, didn't you?
Yeah.
You don't have to admit it, but I know you did. With the Game Diviner, yeah, we wrecked Game Diviner last week. That was pretty fun. I gotta say.
You guys are
You know
mean.
what? You know what's funny?
What happened to Nora? She's muted herself.
No, but you know what's funny is a lot of people hadn't seen that Game Diviner. Like, I was surprised because we had like 1,200, 1,300 hits on this post, and a lot of people were like, hey, we never even saw this in the first place. And I was like, well, good. I'm glad I fucking highlighted it again. So basically, we just had a good time last week laughing at that fucker. And that's what we're going to do this week with Roguestar. And so every Friday night, 10 p.m., we're going to pick somebody new. And usually there'll be people that have talked shit about me. Let's face it. I'm the one running the show. So we're going to do Roguestar this week. We'll probably do Conta Vivian the week after. We'll see. And we'll rotate it. It's not just going to be people within Gamergate that criticize me. We're going to also target SJWs the next week. Who knows? Might be Anita. Might be somebody else. But these first couple weeks, it's going to be people that have talked shit about me within the context of Gamergate. So if people don't like that, unfollow. I don't know what else to say.
Anita needs a nickname, by the way.
Anita the Fraud, that's what I always call her. But
I was calling her the shit, what was I calling her? The what of feminism, the P.T. Barnum of feminism I was calling her, but it didn't stick. Nobody knows, I guess. But she, you got
I
hamburger.
know who P.T. Barnum is, but yeah.
So listen, Ralph, I wanted to ask you too, and I wanted to ask Warpig because I did promise some people, because I know he saw it this week, that he could tell me what he thought about Creed. And I think
God, Creed's a 4-star movie. Creed is the only movies I've seen equal to that movie this year are Mad Max, and there was another one I can't actually think of it at this moment, but to me it's a 4-star movie, and I fully admitted in my review that I'm a Rocky super fan. So I'm biased.
I'm a Rocky super fan.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not even trying to say I'm a biased because I'm not. I love Rocky. I fucking love it. and Creed hit every right note. It's basically a remake of the first movie, except with Apollo Creed's son in it, and Rocky playing the Mickey role. But other than that, it's basically a remake of the first movie with better direction, better shots. The shot with Creed coming to the ring at the end, it's just so good. I love it. I mean, they really couldn't have done any better. I don't think it was a great movie, and I would suggest anybody who even has any affinity towards this to watch it because it's so good.
Yes, I would be upset if it wasn't nominated for something come Oscar time.
Oh, you know what? I'm hoping Sylvester Stallone gets nominated for Best Supporting Actor. And he has gotten nominated in some of the early award contests, and I really hope he does because he was that good. And I won't give any spoilers and this and that, but there were some tears coming. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'll cry during a movie, especially if I'm connected with the character as much as I am Rocky Balboa. I mean, I just loved it. I just loved it. He was not
the first Rocky. He was nominated as a writer and an actor.
That's correct. He won Best Picture, which was he was also a producer on the film, so that gives him the Best Picture award. He was. I'm not sure about his Best Screenplay, but I think he won that too. I'll have to look it up. He was also nominated as Best Actor.
He won it because at the time.
I think he won Best Screenplay too, to be honest.
Yes, because at the time that was the first time that had happened since Chaplin. I think it's happened one other time since then, but.
It's very rare to get nominated for all those at the same time, and the thing is, and if you read the story, a lot of the studios wanted him to give way and to let somebody else star in this movie. Let Robert Redford, let James Caan, and he was giving many interviews, and he said, I couldn't have forgave myself if I had sold this movie, and then, my career's over. He was nobody before this. If he hadn't have taken it to the limit and said, I have to be the star in this movie, his career would be totally different. He'd probably be a nobody. That's
right. Yeah, we talked about that a few weeks ago. He's got a fascinating story.
Sylvester Stallone's a genius. I love the guy. I mean, he's not the best actor that ever lived, but he guess what? He is very underrated.
Well, Ralph, if you can find it, Robert Rodriguez does a series of things called The Director's Chair. And I can't remember what channel it is, exclusive for somebody, but he did one with Stallone not long ago that's fascinating. You should check it out.
I love the guy. I mean, I can't even fake. Okay, it won Best Picture and it won Best Director. He didn't direct Rocky 1, but he did direct some of the other Rockies. But it won Best Director, Best Picture, Best Editing, Best Original Screenplay. It was nominated. Talia Shire. It was just a brilliantly casted movie. Burgess Meredith. I can't think of anybody else playing Mickey. I mean,
I was a little bit shocked if, well, I don't know. I guess who's going to see it probably has already seen it, so. Spoiler alert, anyway. But I was a little surprised.
On which one, Creed? Are you about to spoil Creed?
Yeah, Creed. But I was surprised that they killed Paulie off.
Nah, well, I think the guy's still alive in real life, right?
Well, he is. That's why I was a little surprised. I mean, I'm not sure.
It's fucked up that you just gave a spoiler. You know that?
No, it's fine. He warned everybody. That's not the same. Come on, Nora. That's not the same. He warned everybody.
You can just not.
Yeah, listen, I hate spoilers more than anybody on this planet, but he did actually warn people.
Isn't there a time limit on spoilers anyway?
No, not really. I hate spoilers, but you did warn me. Listen, if you warn people, it doesn't count. I mean, you warn people and then they still got spoiled. That's their own fault.
So if we were talking about Game of Thrones right now, I couldn't talk about.
No, don't.
It's a good thing I didn't blurt it out then, isn't it?
Don't go there, because I haven't gotten there yet. But what I will say is, the reason I think they killed Paulie off is because if you watch the Creed movie, and we're going into further spoiler territory here, by the way, if you watch the Creed movie, you can see that they're going into Rocky doesn't have anything else besides this, basically. He doesn't. All of his friends are dead or dying. The woman he loved is dead. The woman he loved more than life itself is dead. Her brother, Paulie, the guy who had been with him forever, he's dead too.
I think that's why too. I agree. I don't think
there's nothing left for him to live for, and this gives him that boost. That's why they killed him off.
Yeah, so, I have to agree with you there.
Okay,
yeah, it's for storyline purposes. By the way, Creed is 4-star movie. God damn, it's good.
I gave it 10 bacon strips out of 10.
Wow.
You're asking for You're asking for spoilers if there's a time limit on spoilers?
Yes.
Okay, here's the spoilers statute of limitations. When you can, once this time is passed, you can spoil things freely, and anybody listening just has to suck it up. This was originally proposed by Grandmaster douchebag John Scalzi, but despite that, it's not a bad idea. Okay, books. Spoilers on books is 5 years. Once 5 years has passed, you can talk about a book and say anything you want. Anybody who hasn't read it in 5 years doesn't really care. Movies, 1 year. Enough time for people to see it on theaters, on DVD, and on cable.
Oh, I fucked up that then.
Television, he suggests 1 week. I think television should be at least a month, and I would accept arguments of up to 6 months. But I would say at least a month, not a week.
I would say a month, too. Yeah.
If you haven't seen a TV show within a month, then, I mean, you know, I'm not saying you won't ever see it, but you're not an avid fan who's really going to care about spoilers that much.
We're talking real spoilers, not like Downton Abbey where we have to find out who stepped on Miss Bigglebottom's prize daisies or something. Actual spoilers.
Actual,
Sorry, Ralph.
factual spoilers.
Sorry, Ralph. I didn't mean to diss on your show there.
That's all good.
So that's the statute of limitations on spoilers. Television is a month, movies is a year, books are 5 years.
All right, I'm in. So that's fine. So I just broke that rule though with the Creed thing, but it is what it is. Oh
You
Jesus!
can't wait till people ruin it with you for Star Wars.
I don't really care. Nobody's gonna ruin Star Wars for me. I am way more excited about Star Trek Beyond than I am about the new Star
Oh
Wars.
my god, I can't wait to find this film and ruin it for you.
Oh wait, what
Now
time?
I'm just gonna tweet the spoilers at you, just tweet them constantly. I'm gonna be that bitch.
Did you not see Creed? Is that why you're upset?
No, I saw it, I didn't like it. But
Oh my God!
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You tell me it was 3.5 out of 4 stars.
I mean, I didn't know it was out of 4 stars, because I thought they
What'd you
came
think?
out of
Yes, that's right. She did think it was.
If I had to change it now, it'd be like 1.5.
Oh Jesus, that's ridiculous. It's not even close to true.
That
Whatever.
would be you'd be the first person I've heard give that negative a review of that.
Because it's so okay. So everyone here has a sentimental attachment to Rocky, right? All of you people who liked Creed, right?
Yeah, but I don't think that's all of it. I mean, it was
For
a
me,
spectacular
it's
film.
just like predictable, so predictable. It was crazy predictable for me. I mean,
See,
I even knew at the end he wasn't gonna win. Like, I was just like, he's not gonna win. It's about staying in the fucking ring.
That's
Like,
what the whole first Rocky movie is about. I mean.
Well, I see. So it's just a first Rocky
Okay.
movie.
Well, you know what? The first Rocky movie won the Best Picture. It was a critically acclaimed
don't
film.
care.
It's one of the best movies ever fucking made. So if
I
you want
mean-
to rip off a movie,
I mean, so
I
hold
would
on,
suggest
hold
you
on,
rip off
hold on.
one of the best
Excuse
movies
me.
ever made. Go ahead,
Excuse
man.
me.
Please go ahead.
Okay, so Rocky came, and I'm sure Rocky sent the tone for, you know, the classic underdog film. But this was just a remake of it, so you know exactly what's going to
It's
happen.
not a remake at all.
It just, I mean, the way you were speaking about it,
Inspiration.
it sounded like a remake.
That's not accurate, though.
Oh, well,
Okay,
you made it sound like
I
it
loved
was
Creed.
one.
I thought Creed was a great movie, but I mentioned this exact same thing on the show on Saturday. The exact same thing Nora's talking about. I said, I have seen the Rocky movies, and I've watched them a lot, or I've watched them, all of them, at least once, and I've liked Rocky and liked Stallone for a long time. I don't know how someone who didn't have the attachment to the Rocky character, I don't know how they would view this movie. So I said this exact same thing, and I wondered if this might not be the case.
That's
I
interesting.
mean, I don't have the same attachment. I didn't think it was that good of a film. I didn't even think the acting was that good. Apart from Sylvester Stallone, I didn't think the rest of the acting was that good. I just thought everything was meh.
Actually, that's incorrect. I mean, that's her opinion, but I don't agree with it.
Well, you don't have to agree
Felicia
with my
Rashad was
opinion.
great. Michael B.
It's my
Jordan was even
opinion.
better.
See,
Yeah, that's
that's-
correct. Well,
Michael
yeah.
B. Jordan is going to get nominated. I almost guarantee he gets nominated.
I guarantee.
Really?
No, I think Sylvester Stallone's more likely to get nominated. But and by the way, if he does get nominated, he'll be one of 3 actors to ever, one or 3 or 4 of actors to ever get nominated for the same character twice. So yeah, Sylvester Stallone was brilliant. The whole movie's brilliant. The direction, the final scene, like I said, where he's walking to the ring. There's just so many good scenes in this movie. I don't really know how else to put it.
It's just so well directed. It's
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Not only did the director direct it in a brilliant way, he also wrote the screenplay, and so And if you ever watch Fruitvale Station, he also directed and wrote that too. So
Yeah, he did. I meant to get around to that. I actually haven't seen it yet. I just didn't look that interesting to me, but I mean, I guess I'll have to look it up now.
I believe he's playing Michael B. Jordan's playing Oscar Grant in that movie. So yeah, it's just brilliant. I love it. It was better than I ever dreamed it could be, and
Yeah, I mean, I said the same thing.
I knew I would listen. I'm an easy mark. I love Rocky. I'm a Rocky super fan. If it would have just been slightly up to par, I was gonna rave over it. But not only was it up to par, it was over and above and beyond anything I could ever imagine. And,
Yeah, I would say Creed was my. I mean, I have friends that have been counting down Star Wars like you would not believe. I just can't. But Creed was my Star Wars this year. I think I was looking forward to that more than probably anything in the theaters.
So great, I gotta say.
See, you have one person that's pissed off because you gave away the end of Creed. Because they reloaded the thing.
That's not the end of Creed. It's not even a plot point. He's just simply not in it.
What?
He didn't give away the end of Creed. You gave away the end of Creed, Nora.
Yeah, you gave away the
Didn't
end.
everyone give away the end of Creed? Shut the fuck up. You're all to blame in this situation.
Oh, Nora, you ruined it for everybody.
Yep. What can I say? I'm a complete bitch because I don't like a movie you guys like. I mean, if you want to sit here and argue with someone about them not liking the same movie as you, you're kind of petty. Just saying. Just saying. You carry on. I'm just saying.
It's not about that. You gave away the ending. You ruined it.
Sorry, everyone.
All right, Warpig, how do you rate movies? Stars, or how do you do it on your show?
I don't give out ratings. I just say whether or not I liked it or not.
Oh, really?
Pretty smart.
No
I
thumbs
use
up.
I use the Ebert 4-star system. And,
See,
and
you're
I
assuming I'm a lot more organized about this than I am.
I give Creed 4. I give Creed 4 out of 4. I gotta say. So.
4 out of 4. Now, while we're on the subject, did you see the Star Trek Beyond trailer? Anyone?
Yes, that was what my Tuesday post was about. Star Trek Beyond and a couple of other really terrible trailers.
What were they?
I'll tell you in a sec. Oh, there was one I didn't even give out the name of the trailer because I wanted people to watch it and see if they could possibly, absolutely, maybe guess what it's about. You should go to my site and just look at the trailer and see, hey, does this make sense? Do you have any idea what this is for? Because
Have you ever seen a trailer so bad? And Ralph, this is for you too, and Professor, who seems to have muted himself for some reason again. Have you ever seen a trailer so bad in the theaters that you thought while you were watching it, it was going to turn out to be one of those silence your cell phone things?
Oh, Independence Day. That was the other one.
Oh, I didn't see that. There was a
Oh,
movie.
I saw Independence Day in the theater. God, it was so much fun. I gotta say.
No, the trailer. There's a trailer
No,
for the fake
I don't give a
Independence Day.
fuck about the new Independence Day, but the old one. God damn, I still remember being in the theater on July 4th watching that, and it's one of the most fun things I've ever been involved with in theater. It was really fun.
It was really fun. Nora probably hated it. She muted herself. She got so
Yeah.
mad
What was
she
the
muted
question you
herself.
were asking?
Yeah, good.
I was
Independence Day, it was okay. It was nothing special.
I was asking you if you ever seen a trailer so bad where you're sitting in the theaters that you thought to yourself, it's going to be one of those silence your cell phone things and turn out to be a hoax. Like it was so stupid that there's no way this is actually a movie.
No.
When I watched the preview for Boy Next Door with Jennifer Lopez, where she was like a teacher and she had sex with him and he was going to blackmail her. And I leaned over to my brother and I said, this is going to be one of those things where someone's cell phone rings and it turns out it's just a gag. This isn't a real movie. There's no way this is a real movie.
That's the one where he bought her, like, supposedly a first edition of some book that was never published.
Yeah, something like
Oh,
that.
is this the one with the neighbor? Like it's her
Yes, the neighbor.
it's her son's it's her son's friend. Yeah, I remember watching this, and I just got to the part where they had sex, and then I realized it was boring, and I stopped.
It looked horrible.
It was terrible. It was absolutely. I don't even like Jennifer Lopez as an actress. Truth be told, she's shit. All she has is an ass. That's
Yeah,
it.
she's got a show coming out that looks abysmal. It was called The Boy Next Door. That's what it was. I got a question for you too, Daddy Warpig. I saw an article today because I don't know. I mean, I love games like everyone, like Ralph and everyone else, but I don't keep tabs as closely as I should maybe on the industry and like game sales and figures and Metacritic numbers and shit like that. So I had seen an article that people were being fired because of the failure of Tomb Raider on the Xbox. And so I was curious if you knew, were the sales numbers that bad for this game?
Fucking Xbox, PS4, greatness awaits. God damn it.
On that note, I need to go, guys. Have fun.
Yeah, I'm about to head out too, but buy your PS4. That's
Bye.
all I'll say before.
Well, Professor and I are going to get into PS4 versus Xbox in a minute because we just read a good article about
No, it's PS4 for life. What can I say?
where they are.
PS4.
But yeah, I want to thank you for having me on though, Bacon. And I'm gonna try and link this chat later on my site. And
Yeah,
so
please do, Ralph, because I'd like to get the listeners up. I mean,
I think you showed. Listen, you're not getting enough views compared to the quality, and most every other show sucks compared to yours within the game. I mean, except mine, of course, But
you know
a
what's
lot of
funny?
them do suck.
The show that I don't even have anymore, the downloadable content, every day the Facebook page gets a couple of likes, and we haven't even been on the air in a year.
Well, maybe you need to think about resurrecting it.
I don't have a producer anymore. I would. You want to produce it for me? You can.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
But thank you, sir. I appreciate it, and
All right, Ralph.
appreciate Professor Daddy Warpig as always. We've been.
See you, Ralph. See you, Nora.
Yeah, Professor. Thank you, sir. We see
Ralph,
you in the
if there's
flesh
any
now.
shot that we're gonna get you next week, or no?
Yeah, I'll be here. I don't care. I like
All
it.
right, that's the 23rd, and if you want to be on time,
I will be here, and I'll try to be on time. But I will.
I was just
I
gonna
want to
say,
see
okay.
Ralph in England with Nora.
We all want to see Ralph in England. That's the thing.
That will happen. Ralph in England on December 30th. I will keep my Twitter and my blog updated with that. So
Yeah.
thank you all. I appreciate it.
All right, buddy. Thank you, Ralph.
Thank you,
See you
Warpig,
guys.
Professor. Peace out.
Oh shit, where was I now? Oh, I was asking you, were these sales, do you know, that bad?
I have no idea what the sales were like.
I don't either, but I've read reviews and it seems like everyone really loves the game, so I'm curious to see people being fired over it. I don't know why. Is it because it's an exclusive? But I don't think it is, right? It's only exclusive for another month or two. Isn't that the case?
I'm pretty sure it's a time exclusive. I don't actually know anything about it. I haven't been paying attention to anything else since Fallout 4 came out.
Right. That reminds me, I've gotten farther into Assassin's Creed now, and I gotta say, I don't like it as much as I originally did, Daddy, and Professor. The game originally, it's so pretty. It's such a gorgeous game, and it's distracting. It's like a hot girl, and you get to talk to her, and she's a moron. After a while, you realize, there's just nothing else there. The game's so pretty that you kind of get lost in it. But then after a while, I realized that it's basically the same. It's just the exact same game again, with a new skin on it. Change the buildings, change the time period. Same thing again, same game basically again, and it's also. I struggle to think is it even really a game? It's more to me like one of those. Remember those CD-ROM learning things that were popular in the 90s?
Yeah.
Because you can't lose. I mean, you can't lose, and you barely ever die. It's just, it's incredibly easy, and it's not very. I mean, there's no challenge in any of this stuff. There's never any doubt that you're going to accomplish what you set out to accomplish.
So it's one of those unending multiple quest games, right? Where it just goes on and on and on with the next quest.
Yeah, it is. It is like that, and it's a lot like Far Cry, where there's like. Whereas in Far Cry, you had to shoot your way into a tower, climb up it, and fix the radio signal. But with this one, you're like liberating, orphans from sweatshops in 18th century England. So it's not it's not really all that different than Far Cry. And it's certainly not any different than any of the other entries into this series. And frankly, there's another thing that pisses me off too, is that in this game, about the only thing that you have to compete to do is to craft things like gloves, belts, weapons, shit like that. And
All right.
it takes money, it takes crafting resources. And there are ways to earn money in the game, but if you really want to craft everything that you can craft, you have to go and buy. You can pay to win. You can go and buy the best. You can buy schematics. You can buy crafting materials.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, you can buy in-game money. So it's one of those games that you paid $60 for it, but it has aspects of the free-to-play kind of games to it. And so, I guess it just wore off on me. After putting probably 40 hours into it, I think my review of it is significantly less. Because like I said, when you first put it in, you think to yourself, wow, it is a beautiful, gorgeous game, and it is. The character modeling is impeccable, but it does wear thin.
Are you doing all the side quests, or are you?
I am doing all the
finished
side
the
quests, but I'm a bit of a nut about shit like that, so I try to get, like, in Black Flag, I got every collectible there was to get. Every single one.
Okay, I got to take off.
Okay, Daddy, it was good having you. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah,
Thanks for having
Daddy.
me on, and I'll see you guys in a week.
All right,
Daddy.
see you next week.
Bye.
All right, Professor, before we go, let's real quick get to this state of the Xbox and PS4 at the end of the year. There was an article on it that I think we both read, or I read it. GameSpot, I think, was where the article was, and they said they were somewhat disappointed in the state of the Xbox, mostly because it seemed like the user interface was just unfriendly and clunky, and it is. But they also said that with the other processor core being unlocked, they thought the graphics were comparable now to the PS4, that they were both almost as powerful as equally powerful. So I'd be interested. You haven't even played. Have you played the Xbox at all, dude?
Yeah, I played. What was that game? Dying Light. I played on the Xbox. And,
Okay.
yeah, no, I liked it. I thought it looked good, but I feel like Microsoft's strategy is not to focus on the Xbox anymore. I remember at one point they were going to get rid of their whole gaming console division because they felt it wasn't profitable. And I think the quality of the game shows that Microsoft doesn't really care about the Xbox One, and I think that's why the the PS4 is beating it.
Yeah, I think that it's interesting because every time I turn the Xbox on, I think to myself, isn't there some way that they could have gotten someone who was fired from, say, Apple or just quit to design them an interface that is sleek and unclunky and not such a pain in the ass? The home screen on the Xbox is just a freaking mess. It's hard to navigate. It's hard to find what you want. As the article said, all roads seem to lead to the freaking store, but it never says store on it. So you think you're searching your stored videos, and then you wind up in the store, and they're asking you to pay for videos, and the interface is a disaster. Since I have both systems, I'll say this too: when the PS4 goes to sleep, or when I toggle between, say, a game and I flip on over to Netflix to, watch a show, and then I go back to the game, it's very fast and efficient and easy, and it never really even stutters. I can just go right from Netflix to Assassin's Creed, which I just did earlier, and it's instantaneous. Whereas with the Xbox, it does sometimes stutter. The app will take a while to load. It doesn't seem to have a now I'm not a technical guy, so maybe you can explain this better. But on the PS4, it seems like if I'm playing Assassin's Creed and I switch over and I watch Netflix and I pause the show and I go back over to Assassin's Creed, the PS4 is leaving Netflix running in the background. So when I go back to it, it's exactly where it was. The show paused where it was, and I just hit play and I keep going. Whereas on the Xbox, it seems like it actually quits out of the application. And so when I go back to it, it stutters and stalls and takes
it has to reload. It shouldn't have to quit out of the application. It's powerful enough to do what the PS4 does, which is basically to do what they call multitasking, where you just store all the information in the background so that when you go back to the other app, it brings it up without any delay. But like I said, they're not putting their best software development, their best programmers into making that a very fluid and efficient system. So I think that's why you're seeing that stuttering.
I don't know where they're putting their best programmers then, because it certainly wasn't on Windows 10.
I know.
I don't know where it would be. So you know what? At the end of 2015, I would have to say I still prefer the PS4. I like the controller a little bit better. it's faster. Games load, in my experience, 3, 4, 5, sometimes 10 times fast. The load time on Witcher 3 for Xbox One was unbearable to me. And I haven't experienced a long load time on anything that I've played so far on PS4, and even initially downloading the games has been better. They both suck for system storage, in my opinion. But the Xbox or the PS4 user interface is better. I like the controllers better, and I think it's a faster, it's smoother system to use. So I at the end of 2015, I would have to say I prefer the PS4.
Yeah, we're in agreement. I like the PS4 way better than the Xbox One. And I want to like the Xbox One because being a patriot,
Yeah.
I like American companies. But the PS4 is just better. Like you said, it's a more natural, it's a faster user interface. And one thing that you didn't mention that I like doing a lot on the PS4 is sharing the videos on Twitter, via YouTube. And
Right.
the PS4 makes it really easy to share
Yes.
videos on social media. Just click that one button, trim your YouTube video, and it'll share it on YouTube and Twitter with just one click. Whereas I don't know how to share videos on the Xbox One. Well, I know how, but it's not easy.
No, it's not easy. It's because the interface is god awful. It's terrible.
Yeah.
And it baffles me. Every time I turn the Xbox on, I think to myself, how does this interface keep getting freaking worse? Every time there's an update, it gets worse. I don't know what. I don't know what is. Microsoft has never been famous for ease of use or intuitiveness. In fact, I mean, quite the opposite most of the time. But they're really taking the gold with this Xbox One user interface because it stinks.
Yeah.
It's terrible. And it, like you said, with the PS4, I hit one button and I know how to share videos. I'm streaming on Twitch. Me and you and I were playing Bloodborne, and I'm like,
oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I said, hold on a second. I'll share this on Twitch so other people can watch it. Boom. I hit a button. In 2 seconds, I was done. We were back to the game. I'm up here on Xbox trying to figure it out. I almost threw the controller through the window. I go, what the hell is going on?
No.
And the stupid Kinect it's snapping the thing, and I'm saying unsnap, and then the Kinect is a whole other wasted peripheral. I would give the Xbox maybe a C, just because I had to pay for that shitty peripheral. I would give it a B without that.
I give the Xbox a D.
Number of
improvement.
If the PS4 would fix their achievement system so that it was more like the Xbox achievement system, which is, in my opinion, the only place that Xbox wins, then hands down PS4 all the time for me. But I still love it. I just don't like their achievement system.
Yeah, I don't mind the achievement system on the PS4. I'm not a big achievement guy, so it doesn't bother me too much.
I liked it just because, it's just not, how hard is it to just assign a number value to it so you kind of look at a glance and you know how many achievements the guy's got. And then if you get curious, you can, compare the games. Whereas this way, it still does the thing. You click on it and it says syncing trophies. And then it's not as easy to compare yourself to your friends on there as it is on the Xbox. So I think the only area I think the Xbox had, won would be that. And by the way, number of Kinect games released in 2015, 0. So I want my $100 back, you crooks.
I know that Kinect is such a joke. I mean,
It's
part
awful.
of the problem is, it's faster to move your finger a little bit on the joystick and to press a button than it is to go like this, to press a button on the Kinect or I don't know, to move your body to control a character. It just isn't efficient.
My brother says, "Oh, I like the Kinect." I said, "Dude, you paid $100 so that you could say TV on instead of pressing a button."
I
How
know.
lazy are you? That's all it does. It doesn't do anything else.
I agree.
So, all right. So I guess we're agreed on that. PS4 has won the year, in my opinion.
Yes, absolutely. PS4, I give it an A.
I'm going to say this, too. For those nerds out there who insist on telling me that they can tell the difference when a game appears on the PS4 at 1080 and then at 720 on the Xbox, and they say, well, see, the PS4 one, it's 1080 and the other one's 720. With the naked eye, I defy them to tell me the difference. I don't believe they can see it.
No, I think some people can though, because they played so many games. But yeah, I don't see the difference that much.
I don't think you could see the difference. I mean, I'd be shocked if you could see the difference. All right, so I guess we should wrap this up. We've been on quite a while here. And
Oh wow, it's an hour and 40 minutes. I didn't realize that. Time went by quickly.
we really killed it this week. So listen, next week, briefly at the beginning of the show, I'm going to have a guy on. He's a friend of mine. I've known him for years, and he was on the show Jeopardy. He filmed it, I think, 2 weeks ago, so I have no idea how he did. The show is on Monday, December 21st, so I'm going to watch it. I hope he made an ass of himself so I can make fun of him on the show. We'll see what happens. But other than that, I think that's all we got scheduled. So next week, it's me and you and Ralph and Daddy Warpig again. Did you watch that? You got to watch a movie though, because you're always out of the loop on these movie reviews.
Yeah, I know it's because I'm on jury duty for the whole month, and I don't know when they're going to call me in, so I can't plan to see a movie. But yeah, well, I'll try to see something.
Watch that Netflix movie that one I told you was a little SJW-ish, the Circle.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that. I'll watch it again, and then Daddy Warpig mentioned something about I forgot what he said now. Cockney and zombies. I'll check that out as well.
Netflix is reviving Black Mirror, by the way.
Oh, are they? Oh, I like that series. I thought that was
so there's going to be new shows of that, so that'll be good. So we'll get on that. But watch The Circle, so you can give me your review on that next week. And I don't know if you got maybe pop Assassin's Creed in for a little while and tell me if you have it, right? You own it.
Yeah, I just can't do those endless quests after dying.
Yeah, I was going to say don't buy it for the show, but maybe give it a half an hour just so you can let me know if I'm off base on it and what you think. But
okay.
All right. Well, that's it for this week, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you all. Hey, we got a lot of listeners today. All right, we'll see you all next week.
Yeah, thank you.